I was born here, moved to Alaska as a child, and moved back to Boise. I moved to Seattle, moved back to Boise, moved to the Phoenix area, and moved back to Boise.
So I grew up here, and I went to Eagle Hills Elementary, Eagle Middle, and Eagle High. So the same kids I went to kindergarten with, I graduated with. So very different than Justin.
I actually attended 3 different high schools. I went to Centennial, I went to Capital, and I ultimately graduated from Bora in 2002. We met in 2003. We were introduced by mutual friends, had a reputation, and so she knew about it.
He was a cool kid, and I definitely wasn't.
Finances have always been a difficult thing for me, and as part of my story growing up, finances weren't always available. A lot of times there were many days, sometimes weeks, where there was hardly any food to eat, and so I always have this desire to want to stock things away, to save, to worry about retirements. I mean, I had a IRA when I was 18 because I was already worried about, well, what if comes a day that I can't work? I want to be able to have some money. And what that really boiled down to was, what can Justin do for Justin? And so there would be times where we would tithe and things would be phenomenal. And then for whatever reason, the feeling of the need to do so would go away and we wouldn't tithe for months on end.
So in December 2015, when Keith initially brought up the 310 challenge for the first time, finances were just still a stress for us. And so we joined that challenge, just I think in hopes of getting some peace. Also at that time, Justin was starting his own business, and that was a little scary too for us. We had already been tithing, but we were wrestling, I guess, with what 10% to tithe and after taxes, before taxes, before overhead from the business and that sort of thing. And I think we made the decision to just err on the side of generosity.
We had been tithing 10% off of the business income. I was writing bigger checks to a church than I'd ever written in my life. But there was one day in which we were talking about idols, and I was able to, through someone else's words, identify my idol. And my idol was the relentless pursuit of security and comfort. It was still one of those aspects from my past that haunted us and kept me from really being able to embrace that relationship with God, that father-child relationship, because I didn't have a father growing up. So I didn't know what it was like to be able to trust somebody to take care of me financially. Learning that deficiency that I had allowed me the opportunity to open up and give that trust a chance. And we have not looked back since that happened.
Over the past year, we've really learned that our security is in Jesus and not in our savings account.
Keith says something along these lines. If you keep your money, you can only do so much with it as far as blessing other people. But if you give it to God, just look at all the different things that he can do with it. And so you start looking at the different ministries and the different opportunities that Rock Harbor has. And so that dollar that I could have used somehow might have benefited us, might have benefited the kids, now has the opportunity to benefit thousands of people that I'll never meet. And I'm happy with that.
Yeah.